Okay, you're gonna have noise. So I'm going to take this 25 pounds of clay and make myself some smaller pieces. So once you center it and then open it up and you pull it out, both hands are firmly secured and not moving. Now I'm going to go down to the bottom and create a little ledge and slowly bring that ledge up. We are his temple and he lives within us. So my art should be really good because it's his. So he and I are co-creators. We are collaborators. As I'm moving pigment or as I'm moving shapes, you know, I may start by putting my hands on the surface and praying, thy will be done. But after that, you know, it just reveals itself and it unveils. And that's how it should work. I found myself gravitating in the medium of either sculpture or pottery, clay objects. And I think that's because it's three-dimensional and I'm a very sort of physical, tactile person. Grew up son of a carpenter. In college, I worked in the stone mills. This piece has a kind of industrial quality and wonderfully slick, and juxtaposed to that is this sort of mountain cloud formation, pushing back, pulling forward, pushing back. So you have that like a lot of movement going on to this piece. And in addition to that, you have this wonderful smooth next to this really coarse, heavy texture. You can't always understand what he is doing through you. This is almost like the power source that's moved the stone, and it was doing that. It was shaking the mountains, moving the hills. You can sort of talk about that event, that moment in time, or that 3-day period in time by describing what he, as he co-creates with you, wants to say. I'm finding that if I'm sculpting in a piece of stone, for me, it's almost intuitive, except it's not my intuition. I'm receiving that from him. He is the ultimate creator. By his words and by his breath, he created things and put within us that whole desire and ability to be creative, like he is. So if I'm making marks or I'm making forms, I'm receiving that from the creator of the universe. This is going to be used in a church, and then what happens is I will make a plate called a paten to go with that, and this person will, when it's used in a church, they will set that on their paten. And because I put those crosses on that, I probably put 3 crosses on this, and then I often use this symbol. For me, this is a symbol of an overflowing vessel, which we are. So I tend to use that little vessel, overflowing vessel form. There's something about the physicality of taking clay, manipulating it with your hands, just like, you know, in the beginning God created and he made out of clay. So I'm doing what he did in the beginning. When I feel like I'm ready to start a new piece, I have a couple fireplaces in the log part of this studio, put on some sacred music and sit quietly. The idea of creating an environment and then stop telling yourself you're not any good and move the pencil, move the brush, move the oil pastel, move the clay and allow him to do that through you. And you gotta expect that. I expect him to do that through me. I want this place to maybe be someday a place for Christians to come and make art and be away for 2 or 3 weeks by themselves and with God. I just like the privilege of coming to a great studio and moving my hands, pushing color and form with him.